All right, finally, we have our polio czar, our polio eradication czar, Bernie Riedel. Bernie is from the Hilton Head Club, Rotary Club of Hilton Head Island. In 1992, he served as district governor in 2006 to 2007. He's been the foundation chair from 2008 to 2011. And Bernie's current passion is the district End Polio Now. He co-chairs along with Mary Gask. I'm sure you've seen Bernie. He's always out running. He's always out running and raising. And he's been a big champion for us to raise the funds for eradication of polio. So without further ado, Bernie Riedel.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Can everybody hear me okay? Is the sound? If Lou Mello's out there, he's kind of my sound person. He would tell me if I'm too loud, but okay, good. Let's see, let me share my screen here. Okay, all right. Everybody see that? Yes, okay, Lou, you're there, right? I can see you. Okay, shake your head, good, thanks. Okay, I just need two people to be unmuted. Governor-elect Paul, would you just make sure you're unmuted? And let's see, my co-chair, Mary Gask. Mary, are you out there? I hope so.
Yo, I'm here.
Oh, great, great. Okay, and you're unmuted, so great. Stay unmuted. Mary is at the beach right now. She's not at home, so thank you for coming on when you're on vacay, Mary. Thank you.
Not a problem.
All right, we're going to talk today about polio. So now we have some really, really great news. Now it's not breaking news by any means, but Mary, what would that great news be?
Oh, maybe that we've got some more free areas from polio?
Yes, that's right. In fact, last August, Nigeria was declared wild polio virus free. Now, that is huge. That is huge, because when Nigeria was declared wild polio free, that meant that the African continent, the entire continent, 47 countries, was declared wild polio virus free. So that was huge. That is really great news. George, I know this is for those that might be a little geographically challenged. George Chastain, so here's the continent of Africa, and there is Nigeria. That's the country that we just declared back in August, wild polio virus free, right there. Okay. So let's look at what's happening right now. This is the current status of the wild polio virus, and I'm going to compare 2019 to 2020, and that's the numbers that you see there. And I'll be honest, I think anybody that follows the polio eradication effort was very surprised to see this number here lower than this number because of the COVID. I think it was around March of 2020. A lot of the resources, 75, 80% of the polio eradication resources shifted over to COVID. So we knew it was going to impact our vaccinations and immunizations, especially in Afghanistan, Pakistan, around in that area. And we didn't start back. We didn't really start doing immunizations again until maybe August, September timeframe. So I think everybody was expecting this number to be higher than in 19, but it's not. So that is good news also. So you'll see the numbers here, the Afghanistan 56, 84, and Pakistan. For the first time ever, there's a country that's missing down here, that's not here anymore. And that would be Nigeria. So far, all good news so far. But it's not all good news. So let's look at the current status of the vaccine-derived polio. And I'll explain a little bit. This can get really involved, and I'll try to keep it at a higher level because I'm not a doctor. but it does get rather involved. So these are cases that actually come from the vaccine that we're issuing. And what happens is the children get the vaccine. Some of the children, it gets into their intestines, it mutates, they dispel they do what they normally do, and it gets into the soil, and depending on the sanitary conditions in their village, it can go from the soil into the water. And when that happens, it's called circulating vaccine-derived polio. And that's what we're looking at here, folks. Look at this number here. It has skyrocketed. 330 and 19, that's 1,048 cases last year. It's just gone out of sight. Now there's many reasons for that. To get into it right now would take too much time. I would ask you as president-elects, when you're planning your programs, invite me to come to your Rotary Club and speak on polio, and we can get into some of the detail about this. But I'll just give you a hint. In 2016, the World Health Organization declared that the world was free of polio virus 2, this right here, polio virus 2. There were 3 strains of the polio virus, 1, 2, and 3. They said 2 we didn't have to worry about 2 anymore. So in 2016, what we did, we went from a trivalent, that's 3, we went from a trivalent vaccine that immunized for type 1, type 2, type 3, to a bivalent, which immunized for type 1 and type 3. So I think you can begin to see what's happening here. It wasn't all gone. There were carriers out there. There were children carrying the vaccine-derived polio. And as time went on, we stopped vaccinating for that. And here's where we're at today. So this is not good. Now folks, at the 1,048 children, they don't know if it's the wild polio or if it's the vaccine-derived. They don't care. They're suffering polio. They're having some form of paralysis. They don't care. These numbers represent children that are suffering from polio. Okay, let's move on. Like I said, a lot more detail, a lot more backup to that, but it would take forever and I don't have the time today to do that. So invite me to come speak to your club. All right. Now, in terms of that breakout, what is happening? What are we doing? What is the world doing about this? So we have the oral polio vaccine has changed. We now have something that they just announced. It's the novel oral polio vaccine 2, which for type 2. And this is genetically stable. That example I gave you was the vaccine would get into the child, would get into the intestines and mutate. They say this particular vaccine will not do that. This is genetically stable. This is good. It's been approved by the World Health Organization back in December. It was approved for emergency use, specifically to address these outbreaks. It's specifically to address the circulating vaccine-derived polio type 2 outbreaks. So, and why just type 2? Look at these numbers. The type 2 represented 1,018 of that 1048. The circulating vaccine-derived polio type 1 was only 30. So you can see where the problem is. We know where the problem is. Okay. All right. Pets 2020. I have to go back and just look at last year's pets, where your current presidents were. And maybe some of you, I think we invite the president nominees. So maybe some of you were at Pets in 2020 up in Myrtle Beach. So let's just look at this. This, I believe this was the last in-person district event we had. And then COVID took over. And then we didn't have any more in-person events. So what we did last year at Pets, like I said, some of you may remember this. We raised $2,600, having fun, doing some different stuff, and we'll just look at that briefly, but we actually raised $2,600 for polio. This is when I need the resident banker to be online. Our resident banker, Governor-elect Paul, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. You're on now. You ready? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, there's the $2,600 we raised. Now, Bill and Melinda Gates comes along with their foundation, and they do something to that 2,600. What do they do, Paul?
2 to 1.
2 to 1. $5,200 they put in the pot. So 26, 52. What's that total?
7,800.
So as a result of what we did at last year's pet, $2,600, it turns into $7,800. Now, looking at it a little differently, let's look in terms of vaccine. Let's look how much, let's say that the price is 10 cents for a vaccine. That's 2 drops. A vaccine is 2 drops. And they're 10 cents. How many vaccines does $7,800 buy, Governor-elect Paul?
78,000.
Exactly. So last year's pet, we were able to say that 78,000 doses of the polio vaccine were paid for by the governor-elect, some of the AGs, everybody that was there that contributed. So it was a big, that was fantastic. We're not there anymore. We are still there. Wait, hang on. We're still at Sweat Pets 2020. Wait a second. I need to show you this because we did have some fun. And Pauline, Governor Pauline, you're still on, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you'll remember this. And one of your AGs, if Eric is on, will remember this. There's one of the prime instigators last year at Tech. That is, I'll tell you, in the purple wig, it's Eric Long. He's an AG and he's in the Myrtle Beach Club. And I think Pauline, you remember this well, don't you?
I do. It was a big competition, Bernie.
It was a big competition and it was fun. Everybody had a good time. We raised some money for polio and it all ended good. I love that picture. I just had to show it again. I had to show it. Okay.
But Bernie, you got a purple head person in your screen. Mr.
Where's
Rich
that?
Harrison. Mr. Rich Harrison.
I don't see him. I only see like 5 people.
Okay, unmute yourself, Rich, so he can see you with your with
The Little
Hey,
River.
Bernie.
The Little River. Where's Rich? Say something, Rich.
Hey, Bernie, can you see me?
Oh, yes,
Oh,
indeed, I can. It's like an afro purple wig.
Yes, reminiscent of when you visited us last fall.
Oh, baby, I remember that. I remember that very well. Well, thank you.
And
for doing
there's
this. You're
another
great.
purple hair person in the audience as well.
Okay. All
He
right,
made
well,
me
let's see
do
him.
it.
Say something.
He
Oh,
made me do it.
well, that would be a husband and wife team there. from
How
Little
are
River.
you?
I'm doing good. That's another thing. I wasn't going to talk about it, but you look at the purple wig. It is kind of a thing. If we ever get to in-person meetings again, the purple wig and the purple pinky are going to make a return. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for showing up with your purple wigs. Thank you very much. Okay, let me see what's next here. And I'm leaving. Oh, now we're on to 2021. Now, Governor Pauline. I want to say Mary. I keep thinking of Mary Martin in Myrtle Beach. Pauline.
Yes.
Pauline always says, this year, Pauline says, it's still Rotary, only different. That's what she says. Well, here we're at PETS 2021 and it's all Zoom and there's no in-person, so it is different. But we still, President-elect AG, we still need your help. So how can you help? We're not doing a fundraiser today. We're just not going to do it. But here's what we're going to ask you to do. We will want you to lead by example and make a personal contribution to polio your first week as president. That first week of July, when you take office, think back to what your presidents did last year. Think back to what they did contributing to polio at PETS. Think about that. And if you would, make a personal contribution the first week of 2021 for polio. We would very much appreciate that. And it's going to be probably more than just a contribution. We're going to get into some fundraising, some good fundraising stuff, and it's coming up really soon. Let me see here. Okay, before we get to that, I did want to explain to all the president-elects and maybe some of the new AGs how we set polio goal. Is Paula, our district foundation chair? Paula, are you still on? Maybe not, maybe not. Okay, here's how we set polio goal. The foundation comes to us and says, we want each club to give $1,500. Well, we know that doesn't pass the four-way test. We've got small clubs, we've got big clubs. So here's what we do in our district. We take the 80 clubs in our district. Do we have 80 clubs? No, we don't have 80 clubs, but the numbers work much better if I use 80. So 80 times $1,500, $120,000. We take the $120,000, we divide it by 3,500 members. Do we have 3,500 members? No, but the math works out good this way. So we wind up with $35, and guess what your goal is based on? Every club, you take your membership. I believe Paula did it probably as of January 1st. That's the way she did it last year. I think she probably did it this year. Your membership, your club membership as of January 1st times $35, that's your polio goal for the year. So just as a little bit of history, that's how we do that. Okay. Now we're going to get into something really exciting here. Exciting, fun, different. You're going to love this. Trust me on this, you're going to love it. Mary, my co-chair, Mary Gass, you're there, aren't you?
Oh, sure, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, I can't see you. Say something else. Say something, Mary.
Okay, I'm here. Can you see
Okay.
me now? I'm right below you on my screen.
All right, here we go. Mary, I need you to help me here. We got this exciting thing coming up. You gave it a name. You gave it a name for next year, what we're going to do in fundraising. What are we calling this fundraiser we're going to do next year?
We're calling it Run with Bernie. Can y'all see my
Oh,
face?
Oh my God. Oh my God. There it is. It's
Run with Bernie.
Run with
Yes.
Bernie.
Do we have to wear those pants?
Maybe
No, but you have to look like Bernie by holding this thing up in front of you, Bernie on a stick.
Oh, it's coming up, Mary. Don't give it away. Don't give it away. So, okay. So the thing is Run with Bernie. Now, what is this thing? It's Run with Bernie. We know that, but I'm going to do, and you're going to help me with this because you notice the key word there, Run with Bernie. Last year, Bernie did it all by himself. It was 500 miles. And as my co-chair, Mary Gass, would very proudly say, what we need you to do is to contribute, to make a contribution. And Bernie does all the work. Bernie does all the work. He's going to do the 500 miles in October and November. All you need to do is contribute. Well, that's different this year. This year, I need help. So I need help. We're changing it to 1,000 miles, 1,000-mile polio walk, run, bike challenge. Now, we're also making it from July 1st to October 24th. So it's 1 week short of 4 months. So you have 4 months to do 1,000 miles. Last year I did 500 miles in 2 months, and I did more than 500 miles, and I did it in 2 months. Not a problem. It was easy. The 1,000 miles, I'm telling you, is going to be easy. We've added biking. Look at this. So not only walk and run, but you can ride a bike too. This is getting easier the more I speak. So, so you get this, 4 months, 1 week short of 4 months. Now, here we go. Mary, you can help me. Where's my co-chair, Mary? October 24th is a very special day. What is that, Mary?
That's World Polio Day. It's the day that Rotary recognizes World Polio and our efforts to eradicate it.
We celebrate it every year on October 24th. This coming year is going to be Sunday, October 24th. And the world celebrates it. The world celebrates it so we can raise awareness on what Rotary is doing around the world on this one day to fight polio. Now, does anybody, I'll just throw this out, maybe Governor-elect Paul knows this, maybe he doesn't. Do we know what's significant about October 24th? Do we know why that is a special day? Anybody? What's that?
You may have stumped me.
That's going to cost you. It could cost you. Anybody, on mic yourself if you think you know why October 24th is so special.
Jonas Salk birthday.
Blunt. Oh my
There
God.
we go.
You are absolutely right. It's the doctor that came up with the polio vaccine, Jonas Salk, and his birthday is October 24th. You get a gold star. That's why you're an AG, Blunt. That's why you are an AG. Thank you. Okay, moving right along. So this run with Bernie, let's talk a little bit more about it. I told you we're taking this district wide now. We want all clubs we want people to participate here. So I'm looking for some competition here, is what I'm looking for. And I'm looking out there, I'm looking for AGs, I'm looking for president-elects. I need some competition. Now, when I say that, let me go through this a little bit. Let me paint the picture for you. The first thing I'm looking for is individual. That's right, mano a mano. Somebody out there, individuals that want to go head to head with me on this challenge. Just the two of us. If you think, and it's going to take some courage, I think, because I know I can do it. I know I can get 1,000 miles in less than in the 4 months. I guarantee I'm going to do it. But I need somebody to step up. I need somebody with the right stuff. And I'm sure there are power walkers out there. There's power runners out there. There are bikers that are in these fancy spandex outfits that they wear that can do 25 miles at a clip. I know you're out there. What I need you to do, and you're going to see later, I'm going to need you to sign up for this challenge. You're going to need to sign up. So do I have any comments about that challenge for individuals? Is anybody out there questioning anything about that?
Bernie,
Governor?
I'll take you on.
You're going to take me on?
Yeah,
You mean like straight up challenge you against me?
sure.
You mean
Are you
raise a
gonna be,
question like
running
sanity?
to your meetings to places? Is that how you're going to get your mileage?
You know, I may get a little help from my friends.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. Okay.
I'll be a busy person, but that's all right.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. All right. So we already have a challenger. Seriously, folks, I'm looking for individuals, and you know who you are. You're out there. Not every club has a power, this and that. I understand that. But if you are, I need you to step up and take the challenge. Now,
Hey, Bernie, it
sorry?
goes against the whole grain of my existence, but I'll volunteer.
Wait, Mary, watch this now. This is for you. Mary, this is for you.
Okay.
So if you're not one of those individuals, if you're not one, and I know there many are not. What I'm asking you to do is form a team. So, and that takes leadership. So the PEs and the AGs, form a team. You're the team leader, and it can be a husband, it can be a spouse, a husband and wife team. And here's the deal. If you form a team, let's take a husband and wife, for example. If both of them walk, guess what? The mileage for both of them counts. So if they walk together and they do 4 miles a day, that's 8 miles a day they're going to rack up. If they have 2 kids and the 2 kids walk with them, probably not going to happen. Probably the kids just stay away from the parents. But let's just say, for example, the kids did decide to walk with them, the 4 miles. Guess what? That's 16 miles they just did. Because every member of the team, it counts. It counts. So the mileage is going to add up real quick. Now, I just said family, but we're talking Rotarians here, neighbors, anybody you can get to be on your team. Now, when I say team, all it really means is, and you don't have to walk as a team. You know, I mean, you can, but that's not what we're looking for here. So you can get other Rotarians in your club to be on your team, and they can independently walk whenever they want. Every month.
Bernie,
Yes.
Bernie, I hate to interrupt, but you need to wind it up.
That's right.
Wow. Oh, wow. Is that going to happen? I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Well, I tried.
Too detailed.
Wow. Okay. I'm talking too much, but it's important. This is important. So all I'm asking is that team leader, whoever that team leader is, all they do is get the mileage from their members. 4-way test is in effect. 4-way test is in effect. They get every month, they get the mileage from everybody and send it to me or Mary. Okay? That's what a team leader does. And if you don't want to do that, maybe you can recruit. There's got to be somebody in your club that is an ardent walker. They walk, they run, whatever they do. If that, they got to do it. You can recruit somebody to be the team leader in the club if you can't do it yourself. So those are the three categories. Now, the goal here isn't so much just the mileage. The goal here is to raise dollars for polio. You can get pledges. How do you do that? You get pledges. I say dollars per mile, right? Dollars per mile. You're going to say nobody's going to put up $1 for 1,000. No. It's what you walk. If you don't do 1,000 miles, if you do 400, that's what counts. Last year, I had when I did 500 miles, somebody put up $5 a mile. Don't sell yourself short. $5 a mile last year. Somebody put in, and they're on the call here. I saw them. They're on the call. She's on the call, and I thank her again for doing it. I'm not going to say okay. So cash contributions, obviously cash works. Raise for Rotary is a deal that the Rotary Foundation started last year. This is what I use. I used this when I did my challenge last year. We raised over $16,000, and it's a little function that they did at Rotary that's really slick. It works. Takes you 5 minutes to set it up. Google Raise for Rotary. Just Google it, and it'll take you there. And it gives you the opportunity to do Facebook posts, to do Twitter posts, to do Twitter, and to do emails where you get a link. They give you a link. People can click on the link, your family, Facebook, they click on the link they can give. Okay. If you do all of this, guess what? If you do all of this, you are going to achieve your club polio goal, and it's going to be fun doing it. Here's some other goals. Build club spirit. I'm not going to spend any time. You know what I'm talking about. Get some competition in your club going on. Build some spirit. If you do this, I guarantee you're going to get healthy. I guarantee it. Create awareness and have fun kind of go hand in hand. And I'm going to go blunt. I'm just going to rush right in here. Here we go with creating awareness and having fun. I need you to sign up today. Now watch what happens. If you sign up today, you're going to get some free stuff. Watch. Now, see? Now, Rob, I'm going to have the time now, right? Everybody wants to know about the free stuff, right? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. I'm taking it down. Everybody wants the free stuff. So if you sign up, here's what you're going to get. Watch. You're going to get a free polio t-shirt. Look at these people. That's that was the president of the Bluffton Club, and she decided to organize a group to run in the 5K out in Bluffton. So, and she bought everybody shirts to run in the 5K. So you're going to get, if you sign up today, you're going to get a free polio shirt. You're also going to get, look at this, you're going to get a free polio mask. Look at those two people. They're styling. They are styling. That is President Kathy from St. George, and that's the old guy. That's the old polio guy there on the right. They're styling with their masks. Look at them. You're going to get a free polio mask.
Bernie, I hate to interrupt, but we're 4 minutes till 5. So I'm gonna ask if we could wrap up. You're on a roll, and I love it, but we're getting close to time.
Okay, here we go. We're almost done. Here we go. You're going to get a free polio hat. Look at that, modeled by our governor-elect. There you go, free polio hat. And now Mary has this thing. Watch this. This is. She's got this thing, and she calls it Bernie on a stick. They are selling out, folks. The pre-sales of this has gone through the roof. I can't tell you, Mary. I think we're on our second printing already, aren't we? On this?
Oh yeah, we're really they're hot off the press.
They were just flying out of here. You're going to get one free. This is soon to be a collectible item. You're going to get it free in your polio swag packet. And if that isn't enough, watch this. You will be eligible for awards, recognitions, free district conference registrations. All of this, we're going to work on this. We're going to work the bugs out of this. We're going to come up with all that is. So folks, here we go. All of that's going to happen. We need you to support it. Oh, I got to tell you how to sign up. Sorry, I got to tell you how to sign up. Here's what you got to do. And you got to do it today or tomorrow. You got to do it at 10. This is good. The offer is good till midnight tomorrow. Here's what you do. You send me an email. Send me an email to polio, that's a D for district 7770. That's polio D7770 @gmail.com. And all you got to do in that email is include your name, your Rotary Club, and a shirt size. Do it today, do it before midnight tomorrow, and you're gonna get all that Rotary, that polio-free stuff, the swag bag for polio is gonna come your way. And you're wondering why we do this, right? You're wondering why we go to all this effort in the running and the biking. Well, here's why we do it, folks. We can't lose sight of this. This is why we do it. These kids just went through a polio immunization day. They got their purple pinkies. And these kids, these girls, won't have to worry about getting polio the rest of their lives. Thanking for what you guys do in Rotary. Okay, George, sorry. Rob, sorry. I'm done.
Thank you, Bernie. We love your enthusiasm.
All right.
We
Gotcha.
we are at 5 o'clock, and so we promise to try to be mindful of your time and but provide a good program that's informational for you. And I hope that everyone has gained some information.